So now we're on with dissolving. Although lots of the recipes that I work with from Digby's do say to boil and scum, I don't do that. Principally because I'm after preserving as much of the flavour of the honey as I can. And this particular one has really got a very lovely floral flavour, and I want to try and keep that, even though I'm going to be adding hops and ginger, and it will be oaked. Now that it's sort of getting up to a decent temperature, I don't want it to boil. And I want a bit more volume in there. And each of the pots is going to get another 2 litres of water. And I'm going to watch the temperature. I don't have a fancy temperature gauge. I've just got a brew thermometer. And it'll do. Inexpensive. A lot of the equipment that you're seeing here is pretty basic. It's not particularly expensive to get. The fact that I have a second kitchen entirely dedicated to brewing, that's beside the point. That's the way it worked out when we renovated the house. So each of these pots now has had 4.5 kilos of honey, 1.7 litres of boiling water each, 2 litres of cold water. You notice I just used water from the tap there. Quite frequently in the past used spring water purchased in the supermarket. But a couple of times when I was making large batches, I was a bit ill prepared. I didn't buy it, and so I used the water from the tap, and it's actually quite good. So I haven't had any problem with it, and it's just another expense I don't have to go through. So what I really want to have is I want this water about 60 degrees centigrade. I'm just going to dump the thermometer in there, see where we're at. I want to bring it to about 60 for 15 or 20 minutes or so. That should kill off any bugs and bits and pieces that might come in with any of the various ingredients I'm going to drop in there. The only thing I'm really going to drop in there on its own this time is the ginger. So they'll have to go in as soon as we get up to temperature and start our timing. We're at about 56, 57. And that one. The burners are slightly different sizes, and so I have to muck with them a little bit. This is a big burner on the front, and that is 60. So it's going to go down now. Turn it up a bit. So it can go down a bit. It's very warm here today as well. It's a bit of an issue here in Queensland, Australia, that sometimes it's quite warm when you're trying to do a brew. Necessarily want it to be 35 degrees when your yeast is going in the batch, but that's the reality. It does do all right usually. It'll take a couple of minutes. And I'll probably move this one to the back, which is a smaller burner. Because it's up to temperature, we'll give it about half the ginger. Now this, as you would have seen from the other video on the channel for this process, was dug only a few minutes ago, washed. And it's going in. I ate a piece. You know, I usually do that just to see what it's like. And this stuff is powerful. That is not mince words. If you like ginger, you're going to love this stuff. Oh, I can smell it already. Yeah, that's going to be good. Now, the source book that I'm using here is Digby. And this one called Mr. Massillon's. The recipe name is much longer than that. I've done it once before. It was very nice. And that is something that you'll find with how I tend to do the brewing. Is I'll try a recipe, see if it's any good, and if it's any good, it gets reproduced as quickly as I can. And distributed these very evenly. So we're going to kind of start the clock on this. And, about 20 minutes or so for these to be running at 60 degrees-ish. Super accurate thermometer here. On the watch. I'd move the camera and show you that it is 60, but I've got the setup working well now, so I don't want to mess it up. So it's starting to go up, so up about 62. That's a bit going back further. I tend to use quite small pots here, because like a couple of years ago they were pretty inexpensive. And the other thing that is very significant you want to think about yourself, I can lift these easily. They're not a problem to lift up. And I can get one of these from here, over the top of the vat, pour it in, easy. And you've seen I put the ginger in there. Now I'm going to put my sieve there, drop through. And that'll be nice and easy. So that's a consideration. Inexpensive, you get a couple of small ones and you can easily handle them. Obviously, you can get a really lovely big stainless steel containers that have taps. And if you're going to go for a big one, definitely get a big one with a tap. And then you can get a really large gas burner underneath with good control. So keeping the temperature nice and stable for these sorts of processes. No problems. A little bit more stir, so here we go. I probably should be running a timer now, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop the video at some point soon and do the timing so you don't have to put up with me gabbling on about what the hell I can come up with. It might be a decent storyteller, but you don't want 20 to 30 minutes of that. So we might stop the video there. And we're going to continue stirring, checking the temperature, and until that has gone through for about 15, 20. So yeah, it's not a big deal. All right. Catch you next video.